bago ka pa lang po sa aking channel, please don't forget to subscribe and also please like and share my videos. And also, please click the notification bell para maging updated po kayo sa lahat ng videos na aking i-upload. Yun lang, so ngayon ay sisimulan na natin ang ating discussion. Let's go! Combined variation. So what is combined variation? Okay, combined variation is another physical relationship among variables. This is the kind of variation that involves both direct and inverse variation. So it means combination na ito ng direct variation at ng inverse variation. Di ba pag sinabi natin direct variation, it means multiplication. But inverse variation, it means division. The statements z varies directly as x and inversely as y, or z is directly proportional to x and inversely proportional to y, translates to z is equal to k times x divided by y. Diba? So first is you copy muna the first variable which is z. So z is equal to, then yung k which is the constant of variation, dapat lagi siyang nasa numerator. So k, then ang next sa statement is varies directly as x, or is directly proportional to x. So it means k times x, which is kx, then inversely as y, inversely proportional to y, or inversely as y. So k times x divided by y. Or pwede nyo siyang i-translate ng ganito, k is equal to z times y over x. Bakit naging ganyan? Ang gagawin mo lang is cross multiply lang z, ito, tingnan nyo yung white ha, z times y, then kx times 1, di ba? Kasi as is na yan na merong over 1 sa z. So magiging kx is equal to zy. Para maging k na lang yung matira sa left side, so divide both sides by x. That's why k is equal to zy over x, where k is the constant of variation. Okay, translating statements into mathematical equations using k as the constant of variation. So, ang gagawin lang natin is, ita-translate natin ang statement into mathematical equation. Okay, example. Example number 1. P varies jointly as B and the square of D and inversely as F. So, the answer is copy P. P varies jointly as B and the square of D. So, P is equal to, kagaya ng sinabi ko kanina, yung K dapat nasa numerator always. So, K times, di ba, varies jointly as B. So, K times B and the square of D. So, square of D, it means D squared. Divided by, and inversely as F. So, divided by or over F. The number 2, M varies directly as the square of N and inversely as J. So the answer is M is equal to varies directly as the square of N. So K times square of N, it means N squared. Then N inversely as J, so divided by J. Division na siya pag meron ng statement na inversely. Ito yung hint nyo na yung variable na yan is ilalagay mo na sa denominator. Okay, number 3. The electrical resistance R of a wire varies directly as its length L and inversely as the square of its diameter D. So the answer is R, so the electrical resistance R, so R is equal to varies directly as its length, so K times L, and inversely as the square of its diameter D, so KL over inversely as the square of its diameter d, so it means d squared. So the final answer is r is equal to k times l divided by d squared. The number 4, the acceleration a of a moving object varies directly as the distance d it travels and inversely as the square of the time t it travels. So the answer is a is equal to varies directly as the distance d it travels. So k times d, and inversely, since meron siyang inversely, so divide na. Inversely as the square of the time t it travels. So square of t time t, so divided by t squared. The number 5, the pressure P of a gas varies directly as its temperature T and inversely as its volume V. So the answer is P is equal to varies directly as its temperature T. So K times T, and inversely, since meron na siyang inversely, it means divide na. Inversely as its volume V. So K times T divided by V. Next example is magsosolve na tayo. So, R varies inversely as P and the square of T and inversely as H. So, question letter A, write the equation of the relation. So, first is we are going to write muna the equation of the given statement. So, the answer is R is equal to K times P times T squared divided by H, di ba? Kasi R varies inversely as P and the square of T and inversely as H. So, copy R is equal to varies inversely as P and the square of T. So, K times P, then square of T is T squared. Since meron siyang inversely, so divide as H, divided by H. Then B, find K when R is equal to 10, P is equal to 1, that's 1 ha, T is equal to 5, and H is equal to 10. We are going to find the value of K, which is the constant of variation. Then, ang equation na gagamitin natin is this one. So, yan. R is equal to K times P times T squared divided by H. So, yan. Kinopya ko lang. The next is we are going to substitute na the values of R, P, T, and H sa given na equation. So, R is 10. Yan. R is 10. So, 10 is equal to, copy lang K since K yung hanapin natin. Then, P is 1. Then, T is 5. 5 squared, diba? Kasi merong squared na sa T. So, 5 squared divided by H is 10. The next is, so copy lang 10 is equal to K times 2. 5 squared, diba, is 5 times 5 is equal to 25. Then divided by 10. Next is you cross multiply. So, 25 times 1 is, ang cross multiply, ganyan ha. Yan, tapos ganyan. So, 25 times 1 is 25. Then, copy lang K is equal to 10 times 10 is 100. So, para K na lang yung matira sa left side, you divide both sides by 25. So, 25 K divided by 25 is equal to 100 divided by 25. So, the answer is K is equal to 4. 100 divided by 25 is 4. So, ang value ng K natin is 4. Next, we are going to find R naman. So, find R when P is equal to 3, T is equal to 7, and H is equal to 12. So, same equation lang din ha. So, R is equal to K times P times T squared divided by H. So, ang hahanapin natin is ang value ng R. So, R is equal to, since meron tayong nakuhang value ng K kanina, which is 4, so, yung 4 isa-substitute natin sa K. So, 4, P natin is 3, so 4 times 3, then T natin is 7, so 7 squared divided by H natin is 12, so 12. Then, R is equal to 4 times 3, 7 squared is 7 times 7 is equal to 49 divided by 12. Next is you cross multiply. So, ganyan, r times 12, then ito naman times 1. So, ay first muna is multiply natin yung nasa numerator. So, 4 times 3 times 49 is 588 divided by 12. So, r is equal to 49. So, 588 divided by 12 is 49. By the way, wag nyo nang i-cross multiply ha. Diretso lang siya. So, ang value ng r natin is 49. Next is we are going to find h when r is equal to 8, p is equal to 4, and t is equal to 3. So, ang hanapin naman natin ngayon is ang value ng h. So, ang equation same pa rin, r is equal to k times p times t squared divided by h. Then, yung value ng k natin ha is always 4. Okay, so r is 8. Yan, 8 is equal to, k natin is 4. 4 times p is 4 times t squared, 3 squared divided by h. Since h yung hahanapin natin. Then, 8 is equal to 4 times 4. 3 squared is 3 times 3 is equal to 9. Then, you cross multiply. Ito, 8 times h is 8h is equal to 4 times 4 times 9 is equal to 144. So, para makuha natin yung value ng h, divide natin both sides by 8 para yung h na lang yung matira sa left side. So, divide both sides by 8. The result is 18. So, ang value ng h natin is 18. Next, number 2. Example number 2. If x varies as the square of y and inversely as z, and x is equal to 12 when y is equal to 6 and z is equal to 9, find x when y is equal to 4 and z is equal to 4. So, first is we are going to write the equation. So, ito, x varies as the square of y and inversely as z. So, x is equal to k square of y, so y squared, and inversely as z, so divided by z. Kagaya ng sinabi ko kanina ha, yung hint nyo para malaman nyo na i-divide nyo na yung variable, yung word na inversely. So, and inversely as z, it means divided by z. So, meron na tayong equation. Next is hanapin muna natin yung value ng k, which is constant of variation, para makuha natin ang value ng x. Ang gagamitin nating value ng x, y, and z para makuha natin yung k is ito. X is equal to 12, y is equal to 6, and z is equal to 9. So, x natin is 12. 12 is equal to k. Copy lang k. Then, y is equal to 6. So, 6 squared, since y squared is equal to z is 9. So, 12. 6 squared is 6 times 6 is equal to 36k divided by 9. Then, you cross multiply. So, 36k is equal to 12 times 9 is 108. So, para makuha natin yung value ng k, divide both sides by 36 para yung k na lang yung matira sa left side. So, the answer is k is equal to 3. 108 divided by 36 is 3. Since meron tayong value ng k, next naman is hahanapin na natin yung value ng x. Ito, diba? We are going to find x when y is equal to 4 and z is equal to 4. Same equation pa rin. Ito, same equation ha, x is equal to ky squared divided by z. Pero, hindi na sila pareho ng value ng y at saka z. So, ang hanapin natin is x. So, x is equal to, ang k natin is 3. So, 3 times, y natin is 4 ito. Y is equal to 4. So, 4 squared divided by z natin is 4. So, 4. Then, x is equal to 3. 4 squared is 4 times 4 is 16. Diba? Then, over 4. Then, 3 times 16 is 48 divided by 4. Therefore, the value of x is 12. So, ang value ng x is 12. next. Ito naman is word problem. The current I varies directly as the electromotive force E and inversely as the resistance R. If in a system, a current of 20 amperes flows through a resistance of 20 ohms with an electromotive force of 100 volts, find the current that a resistance of 2 ohm and electromotive force of 150 volts will send through the system. So we are going to find the value of current. Itong I. First is we are going to write muna the equation. So dito natin malalaman kung ano yung equation natin. Itong statement, first sentence. The current I varies directly as the electromotive force E and inversely as the resistance R. So, ibigay ko muna sa inyo ha yung value ng current, electromotive force, resistance. So, ang I natin is ito. If in a system, a current of 20 amperes, so, system, a current of 20 amperes. So, it means yung I natin is 20, flows through a resistance. So, resistance is R of 20 ohms, so 20, with an electromotive force of 100 volts. So, E natin is 100. Then, we are going to find the value of K para makuha natin yung value ng current. Okay? First is, we are going to find the value of K. So, ang equation natin is I, diba, the current I is equal to varies directly as the electromotive force E. So, K times E, and inversely, it means inversely, divide na siya. Inversely as the resistance R, so divided by R. Next is, we are going to substitute lang the values of I, E, and R dito sa equation para makuha natin yung value ng K. So, ang I natin is 20 is equal to K. E natin is 100, then R is 20. So, you cross multiply. So, di ba K times 100 is 100K. 20 times 20 is equal to 400. Then, divide both sides by 100 dito sa left side at saka sa right side. Divide by 100 para yung matira na lang sa left side is ang K na lang. So, the answer is K is equal to 4. Diba? 400 divided by 100 is equal to 4. So, ang value ng K natin is 4. So, since meron na tayong value ng K, mahanap na natin yung value ng I, which is the current. Okay? So, yan. Okay, dito na tayo sa second half. Find the current at resistance of 2 ohm and the electromotive force of 150 volts will send through the system. So, since hanapin natin yung I, so question mark yung I, ibig sabihin unknown, then K natin is 4. Yan, K is 4. Then E, itong electromotive force of 150 volts. So, yan, 150. Then, resistance of 2. So, R is equal to 2. Same equation. I is equal to K times A divided by R. Substitute lang the values of K, E, and R. So, copy lang I is equal to K natin is 4 times E is 150. So, 4 times 150. Then, R is equal to 2. So, 4 times 150 divided by 2. 4 times 150 is 600 divided by 2. Therefore, yung I natin is equal to 300. Therefore, I is equal to 300 amperes when R is equal to 2 ohms, E is equal to 150 volts. Okay, that's all. I hope you learned something from this video. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. Thank you for watching. Bye!